Hi, and welcome to another edition of Inside the Huddle. It's semifinals now with Central Catholic coach Tyler Jensen. Central Catholic advanced to the semifinals after going on a long road trip last week to defeat Cedar Creek 8-4 in the quarterfinals. Coach, you know, last week's game seemed to be almost your most complete of the playoffs, I thought, or maybe of the season.
Yeah, our guys overcame a lot. A deficit early in the game, really a deficit throughout the whole game. Every time we would answer, they would answer right back. We put pressure on them the entire game, and finally, we just came through there in I think it was the seventh, to really bust the game open. But I think I agree with you. I think it was one of our more complete games. We got a really good outing on the mound. I think we had like 14 hits who were clean on defense. And I've been telling our guys, if we walk 3 or less and make no errors, we're gonna be a tough team to beat.
Obviously now you got another challenge, the semifinals, and somebody you're very familiar with. Obviously just talk about your thoughts on Hanson. You have seen them, they've seen you. What do you think about them?
It's like I was telling somebody the other day. There's a positive and there's a negative. The positive is you don't have to search as much for information. That's always one of the tough things about the playoffs. You play teams from far away and you got to get information. So that's a good thing. I think both teams know each other. There's not going to be a whole lot of secrets. The negative is they're a really good team. Obviously, they beat us over here earlier in the year. We didn't play real well in that game. And then we went over there and had that range-shortened game or whatever else, and we played extremely well. For us, it's going to come down to making routine plays, having some, better at-bats than we had the last time we faced John Gwynns. And hopefully we just, put it together like we did last round.
What was the difference from that first to second game, you think, when you played them?
I think our mindset was a lot better at the plate, mostly. We were extremely aggressive. Guys squared balls up. I think that first game we were just trying to do too much. And I think in games that we struggled this year at the plate, it was just guys trying to do too much in too many spots. In that game, we had a lot of guys on. I remember us leaving a lot of guys in scoring position, and we just couldn't get a big hit. Defensively, we were not very clean. It just wasn't one of our better games. And so I'm thinking mentally we weren't as sharp as we were the second time around.
And obviously you get a game that features 2 St. Mary teams, which means one St. Mary team will be in the finals. How good is that for the parish and for this rivalry between the 2 schools?
It's really good. Anytime anyone around here has success, we're always happy for them. We pull for all the area schools to do well. Unfortunately, one of us two, our season has to end because of this game. Would have been a little bit nicer if we could have been on opposite sides of the bracket, but it's always good when teams in this parish, in this area, can do well.
And lastly, one thing I thought about during the Cedar Creek game and after, and then I saw the kids and the seniors with the balls for their 100th win. 100 wins in 5 straight semifinals, regardless of what happens once you get there. That's not easy to do.
No, and we talk about it all the time, just how blessed we are and how fortunate we've been. I tell the guys every time this happens, make sure you enjoy it because you'll never know if you'll make it back again. We just so happen to have had 5 in a row, and that's a great accomplishment. But I think it speaks volumes about our kids, about our assistant coaches, just about our school in general, and all the support we've had from our fans and the administration throughout these 5 years.
Central Catholic and Hanson will play Friday at 5 p.m. at McMurray Park. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll hear from the seniors on the Central Catholic baseball squad. Hi, and welcome back to Inside the Huddle. I'm Daily Review Sports Editor Geoff Stoute again, here with some of the Central Catholic Eagles, the 4 seniors, Stefano Garisco, Charlie Solar, Samuel Garisco, and Patrick Barron. We want to get a little insight from the players about this matchup. We'll start off with Stefano. Stefano, it seemed like the last game y'all played against Cedar Creek was probably y'all best game of the playoffs, maybe of the season. What was different for y'all that game?
We came out ready to go. We had a lot of energy and intensity, and everybody in the dugout, starters included, everybody was just ready to go. Everybody was locked in. That Grand Lake game kind of got us all out of sort. The way it rained out, and then it got rained out again, and then we couldn't get on the field. So we really didn't know when we were playing. But this game, we knew when we were playing. Everybody got focused from the time we heard who we were playing and when we were playing, and everybody was just locked in, ready to go.
Charlie, I saw on Facebook that one of the parents had a picture of y'all each with a baseball. It said y'all had won y'all 100th game in high school. I didn't realize that. Can you talk a little bit about what it means to be able to win 100 games in your high school career and to be able to go to your 5th straight semifinal?
It feels really good. Not many people get to experience that because not many teams around here win as much games as us. But it's a big milestone, but it really doesn't mean anything if we don't win these last 2 games. So that's what we're really looking for.
All right. And Patrick, lastly, does it make you more comfortable or make the team more comfortable playing somebody from your district that you're familiar with?
I mean, of course, if we're more familiar with them, like we're gonna know what they have and who to focus on, like whether pitching wise or not. But we're not really worried about who we're playing because we just got to worry about ourselves because we're our toughest opponent.
All right. Central Catholic and Hanson will square off in the semifinals at McMurray Park Friday at 5 p.m. That's another edition of Inside the Huddle. Thanks for watching.